Boots Owen here. Hopefully this will be quite a quick dissection video, just taking this Triton T70gsi apart. It's an electric shower, should be a pretty straightforward thing. Down the bottom there's one screw. I think these screws are all stainless. Up on the top there's a couple more. And that's all it takes to get into it. On the top we've got off cold, which is full flow, no element, one element and two elements. So hot and hotter water. And then that's a flow regulator here, presumably. I haven't been in this one yet. And that just puts more water through, which makes it colder, or less water through, makes it hotter. And they all seem to work on this principle, these electric showers. There's the back. So it's just been cut off a wall, pulled out of a bathroom. Looks like maybe 10mm cable there. Don't think it's 16mm. And brass fitting there with an interesting amount of tape on it. And the outlet down there. Okay, into it. There's a bit of a scrape on it. This one I pulled it out with skip. It is what it is. It's been pulled out of a bathroom. This one seems to be semi-configurable in that you could put the inlet over on this side or over on this side, and then up on the top or down at the bottom, which I guess is useful, maybe. Let's get in here and get rid of this cable. I'm just going to strip this thing down now, take it apart. I want to get, if I can, I want to get the copper out of the elements, and I want to get all the cables out of it to recycle them. So there's a bit of cable. It's all blue and brown here, so it's relatively modern in the UK. Live and neutral. And red and green, not red, yellow and green earth. So this is a solenoid that lets water in when you turn it on. Water comes through to this flow regulator. There's a pressure switch here as well, so if there's low pressure, it won't come on. There'll be some kind of a switch, a micro switch in there somewhere, I imagine. Or maybe up on the top here, something in there. Water comes in here, into this chamber, the black chamber, that's the boiler. Two elements, two pairs of contacts, so there's a neutral contact on the right and two different elements on the left, live and live. And they're switched on using this switch here, so the micro switch is on top in the back there, turns them on. This micro switch here, I guess, is just on the whole time unless it's off. Yeah, so that opens the solenoid for cold, hot and hotter. But the switches in the back only come on for hot and hotter. So let's zip through it with the drill. So this live came in from the mains, and it goes through this thing here, which is a thermal switch. Resettable, I think. You can take them apart and clip it back in. Just snap it back in underneath, but you have to take it completely apart to do it. I had a red ring shower. I've done a video on it. This thing used to trip all the time because of the way the mechanism worked. It was just, well, I thought it was awful. Really useless shower. Because the overheating thing would trip all the time. And you were left in a shower, or not, you'd get into the next shower and the thing would have tripped, and then you'd be cold. Because you wouldn't know it had tripped until you got into the shower. And it wouldn't turn on. Well, it would turn on, but it wouldn't get hot. And this one actually looks like, yeah, you could run it cold because the power for the solenoid's coming off here and it's coming off this micro switch here, but it would never get hot. That's not the same as my red, well, it may be the same as my red ring, I don't really remember. Two more screws hidden down here. quite a few screws in this. Right, that's the switching unit, and you can see there's different cams here, depending on what you're doing. So there's a quarter turn, half turn, and then mostly 3/4 turn for the different switches. They're just standard micro switches. They're kind of useful as come in handies in your box of toys. Now, this one didn't want to come off. Let's see if it'll come off now with a hand screwdriver. It's mighty tight there. It's my neutral. Earth is fixed to the top of that. Very stuck on here. Feels like there might be another. Oh, there's one more screw on that element. Alright, that's the back away. Micro switches. There's one more screw up on top here. And then there's another screw here. So this thing kind of clips out. It's only held in with one screw, but you kind of have to take it all apart to get at that. This thing pops out, I think. I think it comes towards the camera, and then does it have a temperature rating on it there? It doesn't. Probably has one here, does it? No, it doesn't say what temperature rating it is. Bimetallic strip pops, breaks continuity, and you're stuck in a cold shower. They're soldered onto that micro switch, so that's no good. I can't really reuse it. Well, I could desolder it, of course, but it's a piece of work, that. Whereas this one wasn't. No wonder they rate it differently, because they'll be carrying different loads. Honeywell. The heavy current one is a Honeywell. (26 10 amps). There you go. And this one, the little one, 16 brackets, so it's a 4 amp. I wonder, is it 16 or 4? Doesn't matter, it's only a lower one anyways. It's rated for a 1/2 horsepower motor. There you go. Water in it, as usual with these electric showers. Can recycle all that cable. So, oh, there's loads of water in it. So here's the twisting off. That's the flow regulator. It might be possible to open it up. Let's put this here to catch any drips. Yeah. So it's on a little screw. You can see that there. So as this is screwed, that this thing here goes in and out. Lets more or less water in. And here's a pressure diaphragm on top, I think. Somehow this pops up or down, I'm guessing. Something there going on. I can't remember what it was attached to now. Not much good, really, am I? Oh, I don't remember. There's another screw in the center there. Yeah, it's a pressure diaphragm, so if it's got enough pressure it'll go up, and if it doesn't it'll stay down. I can't remember what that was acting on, but that will... There's no low flow indicator, so I guess it just doesn't come on if that happens. There's the outlet there, just twisting off. Oh, full of water. Quite full of water. Not much to say about this, it's just a standard boiler from an electric shower. I don't know that these things ever really break. I guess if you ran them dry you could probably boil them out. Neutral, live. Pretty straightforward. There's just a coil of copper inside it. It's still full of water. And there'll be some kind of a diverter pipe. Normally to the bottom there's a copper pipe coming up through it. In fact, what I'll do is I'll lick that off with a hacksaw. So I cut it all around the top with a hacksaw. Comes apart. In here it's a stainless steel pipe that goes to the bottom by the looks of things. Can I get that out? Damaged it a little bit. Little stainless steel tube. These used to be copper. Some of them now I think are even plastic. Copper elements. You can see there's a bit of a rubber grommet on that, or some kind of a seal. Peel that off. There's be some kind of clay or something in there as an insulator between the element and the copper. So the top one and the bottom one, I don't know which one's high and which one's low. You can see them there, separate. So this one's dead now, but I can recycle that as dirty copper or something. I don't know what you can recycle it as. Right, Triton T70gsi. Is that a G? Anyways, it's an okay little shower. Oh, the other thing I'll do is I'll chop that brass off there because that's brass. For recycling. Questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching. See you later.